show, so I'd just like to say thank you very much to yourselves for coming. I'd like to say a big thanks to the Fringe, and particularly to the volunteers, without whom, of course, there is no Fringe. And also have a round of applause, please, for Shauna, over there in the corner. The chief person around here who definitely knows what she's doing. Anyway, so, and I'd just like to say, with the Fringe, I have actually written a play, which is in the Fringe, which is about it's about a Canadian who does very well for herself indeed. She rises higher, faster and further than any Canadian has ever gone before, because she becomes the first Canadian president of the United States, which is not bad going for a trailer park girl from Manitoba. It's the tennis, and I think the next one is 7 o'clock on Monday. And also, just one show I'd give a shout out to. I think the best written Fringe show I've ever seen, or it's at least close, would be Underbelly, which is at the City Francophone. It's an astonishing show. Anyway, last poem. So thank you very much for coming, and here we go. So if you haven't noticed, folks, what I tend to do with my poems is I tend to analyse myself at great length, and then greater length, and then I take the piss out of myself or the process of analysis. Then I universalise that, and hey presto, I've got a poem, just like the last one. So I tried to do that with this next piece, but I realised this next piece is just plain about me, which is slightly unfortunate, coming on the end of the preceding poem, but life's a bastard and then you die. So yes, I suppose this poem is really about the whole process by which I finally ended up getting on stage. Because I never got on stage until I was 31. There are people who are doing the Fringe tour who've been on stage since they were 4. There's a big difference between 4 and 31. So here we go. So I suppose this piece is really about my 20s. So here we go. In a fluid world, there is no standing still. You need pressure on the gas, pressure on the will. So I was seeking to meld and weave and thread a newness that held by the unsheddable logic of my head, seeking to live and create and be on the beach where the shore meets the sea, to not get dragged too far out into the chaos with little chance of a return to land, yet neither be beached immovable on the same grounded, unchanging sand, seeking to be thrown and washed and pulled and pushed on the beach, and so retain the chance, the knowledge, the choice of each. So throw me in, throw me out, wash me in, wash me out, pull me in, pull me out, push me in, push me out. No pretense at any pretense, of pleasure in every sense. Come on now, before you guess, let's go see about this mess. Born to be ripped off me, I got tipped off, and me, I ripped the script off. Me, I sort out, I sort up, I sort the rest. I sucked it up, and I chewed it. I built it, I blagged it, I blew it. I let the chaos overwhelm me, physically and mentally. This is me, was me running round and running aground, dispassionate at my own disaster, troughing and cresting from tears to laughter, life whole. Never, no whole goal for the soul, ever. A life only possible in bits and fragments together. So shut me in, shut me out, wear me in, wear me out, draw me in, draw me out, see me in, see me out. The car's ground impersonal, the shop front's impossible. The street show, freak show, a sped up slideshow of head after head after head. The old skin shed and the new skin covered in dead, drowned in the sea of gaping faces, spluttering above in the tunneled spaces, stiff in the streets, stiff like treacle, ricocheting, blundering, tripping, slipping through the gaps in the ranks of the banks of the people, with a rhythm from your head to your feet, to your core, running fast, running ragged, running slick, running raw. A rhythm from your lips to your hips, to your core, running wild, running on, running true, running more. The rhythm becoming an energy, the sound becoming a melody, the choosing becoming a cruising, the choice becoming a voice, a collision, a decision, an emotion, a music, a sound, a booming, a fusion, a fission. So when the beginning meets the end, I can rise up and start again. So no pretense at any pretense, of pleasure in every sense. Come on now, while we jest, let's go see about this mess. Everything's been done yet. The world hasn't even begun yet. Don't you know, you little fool? You never can win. Wake up to reality. I got you, because it's a fine, fine line between the malignant and the benign. But don't you like the vibration of being caught in the oscillation between capture and liberation? So twisted, hand-fisted, pucker up those lips and kiss. And count me in, count me out. Deal me in, deal me out. Find me in, find me out. Fill me in, fill me out. Born to be ripped off me, I got tipped off, and me, I ripped the script off and became a pinball, pool ball, a bowling down the lane ball, a same ball, bouncing round the trench-like streets of the maze-like city, the pitiless suburban neatnesses of the pretty, suburban pretty, with a rhythm from your head to your feet, to your core, running fast, running ragged, running slick, running raw. A rhythm from your lips to your hips, to your core, running wild, running on, running true, running more. A rolling rhythm, climbing higher. The stretch becoming a reach, the flame becoming a fire. The rolling rhythm pulse of cadence, now falling further still, and soon, now scaling higher, because I have some inner specifications to rearrange, but some increased acceleration in the rate of change. There's some inner specifications to rearrange, for some increased acceleration in the rate of change, with the expansion of the possible and a shrinking of the done. A growing sense of newness and a nearing of the unbegun, with the backlog of new beginnings and the racking up of good reasons why. Because nothing beats a try like a failure, and nothing beats a fail like a try. It's the quintessential trigger of intellectual rigour. So blow me out of this one to the sound of floors crashing, of a piano smashing on rock for every floor of a high-rise block. Because it's a disaster, we're not moving faster, and I'm not out of here yet. So shut me in, shut me out, see me in, see me out, find me in, find me out, try me in, try me out. No pretense and any pretense of pleasure in every sense. Come on now, while we jest, let's go see about this mess. Born to be ripped off, me I got tipped off, and me I ripped the script off. So come on now, before you guess, let's go see about this mess. Thank you.